For the experts, Michael Kim on 215. Number 30 is Nick Heyman. John Stewart, 183. Tom Wilbert, number 50. William Daniel, 140. David Labrie, 999. Jose Flores, 28. Robin Geenan, 54. Bobby Wetterauer, number 10. John Gessner on 989. The 152 is Patrick Murphy. 100, Ryder Morrison. Thanks for the Lagunitas, Ryder. Peter Kemling on 90. Berto Woolridge, 115. Stephen Rue, 102. And on pole, Devin McDonough, number 63. As bikes are slotting in for their positions, Phil still has the 3 board up. Switches it for the number 2. One board on its side, revs come up. Green flag, we're racing. Big wheelie from the outside of the front row. That's going to cause some problems. That looks like Devin McDonough with a hole shot. Peter Kamling, though, with a wheelie that did not work in his favor. Stephen Rue right behind him, followed by Berto Woolridge in that order. Next wave, one board. On its side, revs come up. Green flag, and again we're racing. Hole shot's going to come from the 3rd position. That's Joe Brown trying to get around Tom Kuchno, but Tom Kuchno has been dominating all day. Turning our attention back up to the front. That's Devin McDonough leading. An angry herd behind him. We're going to get some numbers on you as soon as we can. From my eyes, it looks like it's still Devin McDonough, Stephen Rue, Berto Woolridge, and then I believe John Gessner up in 4th place. Over the top of the hill, Devin McDonough starting to break away a little bit. And they're riding angry up there. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, they're all close together. 1st place is starting to walk away. This time it's Devin McDonough pulling a Dion Campbell impression. And on the front straightaway. Look at that side-by-side. That's John Gessner coming around the red bike of, I believe, Stephen Rue. Followed closely by Berto Woolridge. Was looking to make a move on the inside of turn number 2. I think that's going to work out well for him. Devin McDonough was still with a lonely ride up there. John Gessner has now taken over 2nd place. Berto Woolridge in 3rd. Stephen Rue, 4th place. Now, is Berto going to be able to keep up with the young John Gessler? John Gessler has shown up and gone fast right out of the gate. This is only his 2nd race weekend with the AFM. The bikes are starting to string themselves out a little. We still have a credible gap. Our pack for the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place. And from what I've seen earlier, John Gessner has the pace that he can catch up to Devin McDonough. So Devin will not be solo all that much longer. No change up front. Devin McDonough, John Gessner, Berto Woolridge, Stephen Rue. And then I believe that's Ryder Morrison up there. Onto the front straightaway. No change at all. I do have up in 6th place now Peter Kimling, then Robin Geenan, Bobby Wetterauer, Jose Flores, and Patrick Murphy in that order for the novices. Tom Kuchno still looks to be in front of Joe Brown and Weil Stapp. Weil Stapp had a heck of a run yesterday. He managed to get a second place at the tail end of the race. Attention to the paddock. Keith DeBrino, could you please come to timing and storing? That's the second floor of the significant size building. Keith DeBrino, please come to timing and scoring on the second floor. Leaders getting ready to come onto the front straightaway. Still no change. Devin McDonough at the cross flags is halfway to lunchtime, followed by John Gessler, Berto Woolrich, and then a big gap. Stephen Rue, Ryder Morrison, and Peter Kimling in that order. John Gessler does not have the pace to catch Devin McDonough. Devin McDonough is absolutely wicking up the throttle, and he's turning a slightly faster lap time. Gessler's really going to have to work to catch up to Devin McDonough. Either that or Devin's going to have to slow down. Berto Woolrich dropping down into the 151s. Not that long ago, that's race-winning pace, but these kids are coming up and going faster and faster. Onto the front straightaway, Devin McDonough still leading John Gessner. Berto Woolrich, these are the only three people on the front straightaway right now. Behind them, Stephen Rue. Oh, Ryder Morrison may have gotten around Stephen Rue. And that is Ryder Morrison, who's now in fourth place, just ahead of Stephen Rue. Both bikes are red, makes it a little unique to try to figure out which is which. But according to my eyes, that is Ryder Morrison, right ahead of Stephen Rue. Leader for the novices working his way through the back of the grid for the experts now. That's Tom Kuchno, dropping down into the 155s. That's faster than most experts. Over the top of hill, Devin McDonough. He's got this race figured out well and good. And if you're wanting AFM swag, come in over into registration. We've got the AFM swag set up in the air-conditioned building. Drop on by and get your AFM shirts, shorts, hats, umbrella, all kinds of various items. All the proceeds goes to Benevolent Fund. Drop on by and say hi to Amanda. Oh, we got a rider off in the exit at turn number 5. That could have an impact where the leaders come through. White flag is out. We're on our final lap. Waving yellow in turn number 5. Devin McDonough, John Gessner, Bertil Woolridge in that order. And a tight little pack behind him. 4th, 5th, and 6th place is anybody's guess. That's Ryder Morrison, Stephen Rue, and actually Stephen Rue has fallen back another spot. He's been relegated to 6th by, I believe that's Peter Kamling, who came around him in turn number 2. And now Peter's all over the back of Ryder Morrison. You see the NMPs running down to help the rider at the exit of turn 5. Look at them run. That's a lot of distance these volunteers need to run in a short amount of time. Devin McDonough out of the back straightaway. John Gessner still about 30 bike lengths back. There's going to be no change there whatsoever. The checker flag's going to come out any moment. This is going to be lunchtime. Reminder, this is your lunchtime podium celebration. Devin McDonough takes it in. Flag to flag victory. Followed by John Gessner. And then El Presidente, Bertil Woolridge. That's your top 3. That's your podium celebration. The crew of those riders, please come to the inner circle. But here comes 4th, 5th, and 6th. And look at them fanning out all over the track. That's going to be up from 6th to 4th. That's going to be Peter Kamling taking Stephen Rue and Ryder Morrison in that order. Looking for our fast novices.